Let's do some top that trade now with Knuckman. He's the chief market strategist of bullseyeoption.com, and Flynn, a Fox Business Network news contributor. Here we go, guys, with round number one. Shy buy. Warren Buffett is never shy to buy when the stock market is down. Based on the current market turmoil, what bargain stock or stocks would be on your shopping buy list?
Well, nobody's smart enough to ever pick the top or pick the bottom of the market. That's not what this is all about. We've come back to the May breakout at 4,200, and you had to expect some sort of fallback after the summer fun that we had. We had a big run where the stocks market ran up 35% in the S&P and 50% in the NASDAQ. So let's see what happens next. But markets often come back to their breakout points, and that's where we stand right now. I use options, so I don't have to try and pick that turn or that top. And I can look to see what happens the next 3 months, 6 months, or a year.
Well, we had a big correction in oil, and I love the oil stocks. And so does Warren Buffett, right? Warren Buffett's been a big buyer of Occidental Petroleum. Some people think he saved the company. And in recent weeks, of course, we've seen some challenging markets. But I think you want to get into the shale space. I think you want to get into Occidental. I think you want to get into Chevron and the shale companies because there's a strong possibility of mergers and acquisitions. Even though these stocks are down, they're printing cash like crazy. And if the economy doesn't go into a recession, that's going to continue. That's why there's some bargains out there right now in the shale space.
SHEL, the PE is 6. So in price to earnings, these stocks are still cheap.
Round number two, in and out bonds. On Tuesday, the U.S. Treasury will auction $73 billion in reopened 3-month bills. These T-bills mature January 11th of 2024, not that far away. Would you be a buyer of these drive-through bonds?
I think you have to. I mean, the yields are incredible right now, right? I mean, we see yields at a 16-year high. We see mortgage rates through the roof. So I think right now is not a bad time to be in short-term bonds. I mean, and you are seeing some flow go into that. I mean, you're getting a return with very little risk at this point. And let's face it, the risk is outweighing some of the volatility. So I like those bonds.
Those are going to get eaten up at those yields. Why not?
Round number three, gold rush. Last week we reported about gold bars selling fast at Costco. What's the better buy though? Costco gold bars for around $1,930 or gold futures?
Well, obviously leverage you want to use to your advantage, in buying futures or buying options on futures is the way that I go because you get better value for your money than having a gold bar that I got to carry around that I might lose or drop. So that's number one. Number two, I like silver a little bit better. Both gold and silver are seeing bullish divergence, meaning that we're down here. So, well, we're seeing that in some of the stocks. We're making new relative lows, but not new highs, implied volatility. That's usually a sign of a sentiment shift. I'm looking at January of 2025 call options in SLV, looking at the $15 calls. That's the way I'm looking at a position because I think the dollar has lost its power, and at some point, that's going to be very helpful to both gold and silver.
When did Costco and Walmart get into the selling physical gold business? I mean, this is unbelievable. I mean, I'm sitting there getting things from Walmart and Costco, buy gold. It's like, that used to be a sign of the top of the market. We saw all those commercials, invest in gold, the world's coming to an end, and then prices go down or sell your gold. Now they're going down. But I agree. I think now's the time to buy gold. Listen, you got to be very careful when you buy physical gold. It depends on you, the person, because sometimes when you buy from Costco, you're paying a premium for that gold. It's much more expensive. So you can shop around from different places on the physical front. But for some people, that's a great buy because they don't have time to do the homework. They want to own gold and have exposure. Then it's fine.
With that, here's your bonus round question for today. Pumpkin power. Pumpkin flavors are everywhere. Can you tell me if all of the following have a pumpkin flavor or is one false? Dunkin' Donuts, Starbucks, protein powder.
Oh,
all true. It's stop.
I think you're trying to trick us. I think they're all true. I would not want to have pumpkin protein powder, but that's just me.
I don't want to have pumpkin anything.
You guys know your pumpkin flavors all are true. Business First AM will be right back.
This is a trick or treat. I'm not sure.
That's not a treat. It's a trick.
I got it.
Go to businessfirstam.com for where to see our show on TV.